on, guys? I want to teach you guys one of the most important finishes around the rim, something that's not very utilized at a younger age. There's a lot of different types of finishing options, but when talking about releases around the rim, we have a floater finish, which is an overhand release. We have an underhand finish, which is like those scoop finishes. And then we have one of the most important ones, which is side hand. And a lot of players stray away from it because they feel like they don't have that much control over the basketball. Well, I want to tell you guys that this is something that you need to develop now. So we're going to give you guys a couple of different series or situations where we can work on that side hand finish, along with a couple of bullet points on what to focus on. A couple of key things to focus on when going to a side hand finish. First and foremost, keep your shoulders perpendicular to your defender. That means if I'm going downhill and my defender is on this inside hip, I don't want to open up my shoulders to my defender, because then that's going to give my defender an opportunity to block that ball. I want to use my shoulders as a buffer. So I want to keep them wide, so by the time I go to that release, my defender who's over my right shoulder has to go all the way across my frame to contest, which typically will result in a foul. So keep your shoulders level. As we start elevating, that's when we're going to be able to open up those shoulders. So our momentum takes us upward, gets us above that defender's frame, and then as we go into that release on that wrist extension, that's when I'm going to start opening up those shoulders to the rim. To give myself a little bit more of an organic feel toward the rim, so that we can lock that elbow toward our finishing target. Another key focal point is the security of the basketball. So if you guys watch, as I come across the midline, I'm picking that ball up with two and then keeping it on the outside of my frame. And as I do that, I show a wide elbow, so that way if the defender tries to get into my frame, or even if they play close to my body, I'm able to use my elbows on my steps to create additional space while protecting the ball away from where my defender's position is. Another focal point is to make sure that you have a strong wrist extension. So that means by the time we go up to release that ball, instead of trying to have a full snap, I'm just going to extend my wrist where I drive the ball off my fingertips. So it's going to allow me to keep more of an open palm to the rim and not have any deviation or turn. Remember, on these side hand finishes, they're momentum finishes, meaning as we start elevating, the swing of the ball coming from our pocket up into our release is what's going to help get that ball into the rim via power. So I want you guys to make sure it's a wrist extension, meaning we go up, strong break real quick as we break with those fingers and we release that ball with those fingers in the end. Another notable feature of the side hand finish is make sure that we incorporate our footwork properly. So there's many ways. We can just run into our finish, or we can operate out of a veer finish. Now, a veer finish is when we pick up that basketball, we reach beyond our defender's frame for that outside step, and then the next step that we take, that inside step, we're going to put that or position that foot into that body of the defender in order to create contact. As we bump that defender with that inside step, that's going to create that little bit of separation, and we're going to go away from that defender to create additional separation on that side hand finish. So now as we step down, in, we bump to create a little bit of space or to dead that defender on the ground. We can finish away because their body has just received that contact and is heel heavy. There you guys have it. Thanks for staying tuned and watching us as we taught you through how to operate a side hand finish, something that's very, very necessary for your game. If you like this video and you think other ones, maybe of a different skill move, will be helpful, make sure you drop a comment below so that we can figure out what you guys want to see more of. Make sure you subscribe below, turn on those notifications. We've got a lot more videos coming your way.